Good morning, farmers. All I gotta say is I hope Geico is doing they gotta be doing a lot of business around here. Like every other car that comes on that corner hits that pole. I think the town council needs to figure out their roads better maybe. People can't drive around here. But anywho, hope everyone had a great Cinco de Mayo. In real life, yes, I do realize that was a week ago. But in game, it was the last episode. Hope you celebrated in style. But now in game, actually, I have no idea what day we're on. I have played many days. Even skipped a few because there was no jobs worth doing. So what day are we at? So last episode was May 5th, and now we're at the 17th of May. And as you can see, our social points, I think I was somewhere around 591 maybe. And we're up to 608. Money, I have no idea where we were. And that's where we are now. And as you can see, we are doing a plowing job to start the day. So basically I got this field to do here, which is a small field. That's all I'm really getting lately are the small fields. And another van hits a light pole. There's another plow job for today. You know, what it entails, I don't know. That guy's going to drive around him on the grass, because why wouldn't you? So things are moving nicely along on the farm. Everything seems to be just peachy. The wife seems to be perfect as always. I mean, why wouldn't she? She's married to me. So that's going well. The greenhouse, I picked the greenhouse at some point recently. What was in there? Tomatoes. I think I got somewhere pretty close to just shy of 1,000 tomatoes. I want to say like 970 something. And I replanted something. I'm keeping track of stuff for you, aren't I? I want to say pumpkins. I think I replanted pumpkins. Why? Because they were there. I don't know. Yeah, now the car's hitting the light post. But I did notice one thing during my ventures of plowing some fields here and there. Those fields in the very east part of the map. I'll show you here in a second after I get done with this row. And we turn around. There's some really nice fields, but the problem is they're like the fields are furthest away from everything. I'll just put the plow down so it's harder for the tractor to go anywhere. Yeah, these fields down here. No, I don't want it. Just stop it. So yeah, we got 2.5 hectares, 3.9, 5.82. I did not know this field was even there. Another 3-hectare field and a tiny whiny one. And of course, this one we plowed it not long ago. A few episodes ago. So right now on the map, really, we own all these fields right here. So I mean, I should buy this one, really. I mean, that's the only field we don't own, because then we own all of these here. And I did not want to do that. How I clicked on that, I don't know. So as like I was saying, we own all these fields here, except for this one. I think grass is in that one right now. And of course, as you know, if you've been following the series, we own all these fields like so. And I was thinking of the next batch of fields we buy are the ones over here, because, you know, a lot of 3-hectare fields over here. Let's get back on the tractor that we were in, please. And get back to work. Oh, it still was down. You can go back down. Thank you. So since the last episode, basically, yeah, we've gotten just shy of 20,000 social points. Money. Like I said, I don't know. Not much. I know we weren't below 900,000. We only got 938 right now. So I haven't gotten much cash out of it. The fields have come along well. The lupine fields The first one we planted by the barns. Those have hit the second growth stage, so they're flowering nicely. And I haven't really checked all the other fields at all. I just figured they're going to do what they're going to do. Oh, and also the big field, I never got back down to add more slurry to it. So I think we left it at 60 or 70, 72%. I would say we can check the map, but the way they do it now, so like if I scroll down to this field here, it's just going to say fertilize 159%. It used to separate the fertilizers, kind of like, well, it used to say fertilizer, it used to say like liquid fertilizer, artificial fertilizer, and it has separate totals for each fertilization, but now they just add them up for you. Don't know why they did that, but all the same, I guess. The only way I can tell is if you just go right to the field itself and look at it, and it'll tell you what each fertilizer amount you have on there. So luckily the job we got was just from up here. Hello, car. I've gotten to the point now where I don't care about traffic. If you pull up to the road and wait for them to go by, they're going to stop for you anyways, so it's just easier. Just right now I just ignore the traffic and just, you know, pull right on out. I don't even remember what he even offered me, but so not bad. Almost leapfrogged you there. Let me get a running start this time. I did last time. Actually, that's kind of inappropriate, but we're going to do it again. Oh, can't quite do it. Okay, so now we need to go to the other job, which is right... I'm getting a lot of plow jobs right there as well. At some point, I think I'm going to get these, unless they've already planted something in it. One thing I have noticed, though, is... So, like this here, what's this, wheat or barley? That's wheat. So I won't have to plow that field at all, but if they planted grass into it, they will ask me to plow those fields with grass in it. I mean, really, why wouldn't you? Because grass is worthless in this game. I am going the right way. Yes, I am. So to play those about the last 12 days, is it? The 5th to the 7th, around the 17th, I think I said. I played about 2 hours in real life, just doing plow jobs, and they've been mostly small fields. I did one field that was like 3 hectares somewhere. Actually, it might be that one right there, right across the pond. And as you can see how dirty the wife's tractor has gotten through the time. I had 2 days of rain. So, about the only thing I could do that day was quickly find a house inspection to do. And I've talked to the wife a few times in between now and then as well, just to make sure she stays happy. Like I said, she keeps saying she's perfect, so. It seems like the last 5 days I've done plow jobs. I've had to come right here. Hi. I need to talk to Carter, apparently.
Hello there.
And you can kind of tell by the price that you get paid for plowing of how big the field kind of is.
I am looking for work. Got anything?
So if it's over $1,000, it's like a hectare and a
There's
half.
a field nearby that needs plowing. Will you do it?
So it could be just
Sounds good.
over a hectare that we're doing, give or take. You can't really set that price to the size of the field though. I've been fooled a couple times, so I don't know if it's just random, but it gives you a good guide of roughly what the size is. Where are we going? So you can't see the size of the field once it's on there, but we don't have nothing else to do today on the farm, so we're doing it. Like I've said before, the fishing thing, it's a nice feature in the game, but it's just not my style. Until they really add something about the fishing. So like I caught 200 fish for the achievement on Steam, and the wife has cooked me some meals from the fish, and I still think I got like 150 fish in the pantry. So I guess other than catching them to sell, I should also say, because this video will be coming out on the Sunday, to all those in the States, and I don't know if they celebrate it overseas on a different day or today, but in the States it's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there that are watching, which is probably 0, but just in case there is one out there that watches it, happy Mother's Day. I'll be visiting my mother. I'm recording this on a Saturday. A very early Saturday morning I'm recording this on. So I'll be visiting her tomorrow. I see my mother quite often though, so it's not like I haven't seen my mother in months or weeks, or I probably see her like 3-4 times a week. But for all these out there who have mothers, make sure this will be a reminder to you that it is Mother's Day. So, at least call her up, and if you forgot now, at least call her up and say hello. I didn't even see how big this field was. Wow, it is a small field actually for what we're getting paid, so that's a pretty decent price actually. We can accept that. I think when we bring the tractor back today, we'll have to wash it for the wife. She hasn't said nothing, but maybe she's grumbling underneath her breath and hasn't told me yet. Also, on a side note, as I've said a few times in this series, I want to get a Farming Simulator 17 series going on. There was 2 maps I was keeping my eye on, and the map developer of the one I was keeping my eye on, I thought it was getting ready to be released pretty soon, and I've been told that he kind of liked the way the map was, but he's going to make some changes to it, so he took it out of testing. He was doing his own testing. He took it out of testing. He's going to work on it again. So that leaves just I don't know how long that's going to be in testing, or I should say how long he's going to work on it further testing. And the other map still have been given no dates for it. So I may try to find a map in the meantime. I don't want to say I've given up on Rattlesnake Valley. I've only put up 3 episodes, but I kind of want to start over from scratch, obviously. owning every field and having millions of dollars, and on a 4x map, I'm just hiring workers constantly. Playing with seasons as it is, trying to get work done there. Just going around hiring work, and all I'm doing basically is letting the workers harvest the fields, and I'm shuttling seed back, the grain back and forth to silos or sell points or whatnot. And I do like taking care of the animals, but on that series as well, it's getting out of hand with the animals. I mean, I guess I could start selling them as it is. I think I got like 800 sheep, 400 cows, and I know I just sold the pigs before I started recording on the series, but it can be a handful with this. I think just shy of 400 cows, trying to keep total mixed rations going for them. That's like a never-ending battle with those suckers. They just eat that stuff right up. But I always liked, most of the any games, starting from scratch and having the challenge to build up. I mean, I played a lot of hours of this game right here, Farmer's Dynasty, when I first started up. You know, building up the house and, you know, starting to collect. I think you start with 2 fields, I believe. The 2 fields right next to the barn. And they're always ready to harvest when you start the game. But when I first started, the fields were rather cheap, so after harvesting those 2 fields, you can go buy another field. And the crop that was in that field was enough to get your money back, and then some. So you were making profit by going around buying fields and then collecting harvesting the crops out. Then you go buy another field, harvest that field, get your money back from the crop, and you always get like $2,000 or $3,000 extra. So you were making money by buying fields and just harvesting them. So by the end of the first fall, I think I had like 7 or 8 fields, which with the small Jack Bear and the small plow and all the small stuff you get from the beginning was enough. And I said, okay, I'm just going to work these 8 fields with that small equipment. And then I started collecting money for the harvester, because obviously you're with the old harvester. I don't know if anyone's done a test since I did my own test and never really published it, but it was like a 10% gain in harvesting fields with the new harvesters. That's why I got the harvester first, losing all that extra money. So if you were, for every $10,000 you were making on a field, you were losing $1,000 by using the old harvester. Plus, I thought it was just a pain in the butt having a harvester that only held 1,200 grains. You were stopping like every 30 seconds because the tank was full. But you heard me say that before of how I progressed in this game and what equipment I bought first. I've said it in a few episodes, so I don't need to repeat it, I don't think. If there's some new viewers out there watching this, just leave a comment below and I can kind of describe why I did the choices of getting a harvester first. But we are almost done with this field here. Oh yeah, 88%. Come on, we need that 90, I think it's like 96.5% you have to get to before the quest is complete. After this last strip here, whatever is actually left, we'll go collect our 800 and some odd euros and our 1,600 social points. Yeah, this little strip here should cover it. Okay, I didn't know I even plowed anything, but alright. We'll finish that strip for him. No, I had the plow the way I wanted it. I mean, in theory, it should be spun the other way because that's where the wheel is. But I like to stick out that way because that way it's out of harm's way of other vehicles. We can drive across this field because there's no crop in it. I don't know if I did want to buy this field. It's kind of in a floodplain with that river kind of digging into it. There goes a B-52 bomber. It disappeared too. But after we do our collection here, we'll head back to the farm. I think we'll refuel her tractor and wash it.
Thank you. Here's something for you.
I like how I just run up to the person, just grab it and run. Oh, is that exactly 800 euros, huh? Okay. Let's head back to the farm. I thought about buying back the small tractor just to move the slurry tankers around the yard, but I gave up on that idea just because I remember how it kind of pushed it around going down that hill from where I parked the vehicles. But you can see some of the fields I've been plowing around here. I can't remember which ones I put in episodes, which one I didn't. I was hoping to get some cultivating jobs after I plowed these fields, but I haven't gotten any cultivating jobs yet. But it does look like in about 2 weeks in-game time when we'll start harvesting the fields down where Allison used to live. Basically the new patch of fields that we bought in the southwest-ish kind of corner. Those fields seem to hit the second stage a lot faster than these fields here. Dramatic music as we pull up to our house. Or farm, I should say. It's a farm. Lupine, my favorite crop in the game. I just like the looks of it. But in the end, the look of it is money. Alright. Plug the doors. We will refuel it. How much fuel we got in stock? Oh, we still got plenty. Wash vehicle. Yeah, the wife is over there. I like how when I'm far enough away from her, doesn't have her hat on. And then there's her hat. Hat off, hat on. Alright. We'll just grab our tractor. And we're just going to take a quick cruise up this hill. Because as you know, we seeded these 5 fields here, and the second batch was up over this knoll here, so we'll see if these have reached the second growth stage yet. And this one has not. So I want to say that field right there, it's been about 3 days. And I think it was 4 days in between seeding these fields up here. So those have not changed yet or turned to the second growth stage. Not that it matters because we know this rotation well from the springtime. So we know what it entails there. We'll bring this tractor back. Try not to hit the pig. Although, you know, we got a nice fire down there we could use and have a nice roast going on. Just saying. Then we're just going to take a quick trip down to the other fields. Just to see what's going on there. I think I'll actually... I can't remember the last time I think I just did this after my last... before I saved it last. Yeah, so not much in there. Detach that. Jump out of there. Come down here. No, I don't want to... I want to jump in the car. Yeah, so you can see how the lupine is growing there. And there. Did we plant corn down here anywhere? Oh, that's soy. Yeah, so here's the field in, kind of in question of, also we got 73% manure down, which wasn't bad, and 86% fertilizer. So we're going to have a lot of lupine to do. I'll have a hamburger because it's exactly 90, so it'll bring us up to 100. This field looks well also. That's P. So these fields down here are coming along nicely, just like as they should. We don't have to worry about bug infestations and all that stuff. The heck did I just hit? Alright. Oh, so we did plant some corn down here. Let's park her back up on the hill. And actually, I just want to run over to this one field here. We'll do one more thing. The one field that we don't own, basically, in this entire section of the map. I do believe it is grass. So unless there's an update anytime soon, I don't want to buy the field just yet in this cycle. Maybe after we harvest these fields here. If nothing's been done with this field, we'll buy it and then take care of it then. It does look like grass. Yeah, it is grass. Not that it matters, but yeah, it's only 10,000 euros. Alright, let's teleport back to the farm. And at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday, I mean, on a Friday afternoon like this, you know, why wouldn't you want to take it half a day off? Because in about a couple weeks' time, we're going to be busy. And as you can see, the grass is starting to grow, starting to be more obvious. But I think you saw that when in the last episode as well. Maybe not as prominent as it is now. So we'll have to mow it at some point. I may just let it get way out of hand and mow it. Maybe on a rainy day. Interesting. I can make that pallet move. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with the pallet, but not sure. But anywho, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. Like I said again, happy Mother's Day to all you out there. And I will see you. Oh, I saw you. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.